or greens to welcome the sun into the new season. So they were hopeful for the future. And then around just before the Victorian time, they started doing wreaths as a sign of welcome in others to their house. And this was actually started by the royal family that had adopted this tradition from Germany. And once the royalty started doing it, all of the UK started doing it, and everyone around the world started doing it. Everybody loves a trend. So now we still do that today. It's a kind of a welcome sign on your door that you're feeling festive and that you like people to come in. So we are going to make our very own fresh wreath tonight. And we are so lucky that we are actually living in the UK because they have gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous greens. But before I get into the greens that I have foraged for this class, we'll just go briefly through what was in your kit. So in this beautiful kit that Rowena very carefully packaged, did you notice the tissue paper? It was so nestled. She did a great job. We had a few things. We had your foraging suggestion kit. Hopefully you found some of these items, or maybe you didn't. There's so many things you could have chosen. So hopefully that was helpful for you. And this is your wreath recipe. You'll be surprised, most florists work on a recipe. So whenever they do an event or like a wedding or something, like even if you buy flowers online, they have a recipe that is worked out already of what pieces they want in their design and the cost and how many. And that way, that's how they price it for you and have a good idea. So there's always a recipe. So this is our wreath recipe for tonight. So after that, you got some Christmas picks, some very luscious faux holly, some golden pine. You can use this or not. This is, if you want a little bit more of a glamorous look, you can do that. We also had some ribbon. For wreaths, I always recommend the double wired ribbon, just because it's easy to mold. And the amount for a wreath ribbon is 180 centimeters. So if you want to make one for your neighbor or a friend later on, and so you don't waste a whole bunch of ribbon, 180 centimeters, which is ideal. So you have already worked into the UK, going by centimeters already. So what else we had? We had paddle wire, florist paddle wire. This is just basic wire. Nothing too special about it, but there should be a fresh roll for each of you. Some wire cutters. They are sharp. Please don't cut yourself or poke yourself on it. You all do have garden pruners. These are my favorite, so it's not exactly like yours. But yes, they should be sharp and they should be make gardening pruning easy, or just making clippings of anything of any sort, flowers, greenery, really easy. I do recommend giving these a good wash after you use them, just to get the bacteria and sap off them. If not, they can get rusty if you don't take care of them. So just give a gentle wash and then dry them really well, and then you can put them away. Make sure you put them high up so little fingers don't think they're sharks and accidentally cut their fingers or anything like that. So it's for safety things. Put those away. Also, you have a 14-inch, see how I'm jumping back and forth, Canadian living. This is a 14-inch wire wreath form. This is pretty sturdy. This will help hold all your greener that we're going to wire on this. You could do grapevine wreath as well, or if you wanted a more modern look, you could do those beaded wreaths and just do greenery on the bottom. Or you could also do copper pipe. I've done that before, like a very thin copper pipe, and then with the greenery, it does look very pretty. So it depends on what you would like. The other added little bonus in your package was some Christmas tea,
which was delicious. Drank it right away.
Lovely. We're like thinking of the whole experience.
Yeah, people have their mugs out of it right now. Yeah.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah, so we got a little bit of spiced tea. So that was your beautiful package. This is excellent. PR is wonderful. I recommend Rowena on all of that.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna get started on our wreath. I'm gonna just tidy. I like to keep my workstation a little bit put together. Oh, another thing I didn't recommend is your gloves. This is your garden gloves in there. I do recommend wearing them during your wreaths session, just because a lot of these greens and via poly and things like that are slightly toxic for your skin. So it doesn't mean you'll have a big allergy or anything, but your skin might get like sore and raw a little bit, or just you'll just know, or be sticky. I hate being sticky, so
Yeah.
recommend wearing the gloves. So we're going to now. So for foraging, so hopefully you guys have had fun foraging wherever you want, in the woods, on dog walks. I did a lot of foraging just around my neighborhood. This beautiful cedar was cut by Marty today from her visit. Very appreciative for that. This is a spruce kind of Christmas tree. This is actually from a Christmas tree farm, because I actually taught another Christmas wreath workshop last week, so we're using some of that. So we did that. We also have some long needle pine. Don't have very much of this, but just showing it as like an option. Some red dogwood. There's lots around the area, and that's beautiful holly with the berries and stuff. When I saw this, it was actually in my neighbor's yard. I was almost going to go to a shop and buy it because I couldn't find exactly what I was looking for. And my friend, she just goes, "Oh, our neighbor, she has a whole tree in her yard." So right after dropping off the kids, we walked straight to her house and said, "Hello, can we come cut down your tree?" And she likes us, so she let us in. So we got some beautiful holly that we're going to work with. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make bundles. So what you want to do is you want to get your gloves on, get your pruners out, and we're going to start cutting up pieces. So you wouldn't take a big piece like this and just wire it to your wreath. That would just be too clumpy. You want to just thin it down. So we're going to cut about a 45-centimeter piece, just like that. You could do a little bit shorter, and just going to cut up this into little bits. You don't want too tiny of bits, because you don't want like a piece just like this, just the end, because that will be too short. But like some good long pieces like that. And we'll start just cutting. Hopefully you guys are doing that too. Just get this. This is going to be whatever green you forage. This will be your base. So this is the one you'll have the most of. And then everything else is like your accent greens. So clippity clip, everyone. I was going to put Christmas music on, but the back sound of it was not very good. I'm already getting a kickback of myself.
Yes, I know.
So hopefully where you are, you have some Christmas tunes on playing, or some really good music that makes you want to clip things. Personally, I like some 90s hip hop. That's always fun. But, so you're going to cut all this up. This is the non-glamorous part where you're watching me clip greens.
So Brandy, just for everybody and myself, when I have a piece like this, am I wanting to get rid of the side bits?
I would just leave it for now.
Yep. Okay.
So if you like, it looks like it's saying hi to you.
Yeah.
Little bits here. Just leave it for now, because when you make you're going to make little bundles, and when you want your bundles, you can pull off what you don't need. But if it works, you can keep it in. So just keep it in for now. Now I'm going to do some cedar. So now I have all my Christmas tree spruce. And what you will also notice when you have a short needle like this, there is color variation. So you can play with this. So if you look at this side, it's beautiful dark green and lush.
Yeah.
But if you turn it around, then it has like this kind of clouded, muted, grayish green color, which is also pretty. especially if you do one dark green and then the next one you're doing playing off with the light green. It gives like good contrast, things like that. Okay, so that's the base. So now I have some cedar from Marlin's backyard. Hers even has like this cool little bits to it.
Yeah.
Love that. So we don't need super long pieces, so you can do a little bit shorter there. The clip. Does anyone have any questions just yet?
No questions
No
popping up yet.
questions.
Your instructions have been so thorough. Everyone's got their flippers out. Oh, maybe one question here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just feeling like I wasn't ready to start. So.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So if we could take a while for this part, that would be great.
Of
Okay,
course.
all right.
Yes, that is no problem.
It takes a while anyways.
Mhm.
You'd be like too busy looking at your own stuff than looking at me. So yeah, we're just cutting bits. Cedar. So I have two piles going on right now. I have my main base, I have my cedar.
Mhm.
I do have a couple of pieces of the long pine. I don't have much of it, but I will just add a little bit through the wreath just for the fun texture. Look at how long those are. I know they
Yeah.
kind of look really kind of fun. So I'm just cutting that up. We won't have enough for the whole thing, but this will just add a texture to it. Okay, and then I'm going to do I have some dogwood. This will be my accents. I'll just leave it a little bit longer for now. And I'll cut it, give it, as I say, like haircuts as we go. So I'll just keep it on the tray over here. These are also fun. These little pods in the garden. I just cut off all the heads in my other friend's yard. She was very happy for me to do some gardening to clean up her yard. But I thought these were fun too. So you can use lots of textures. The plants here are quite different in the UK than in Canada. So if you are unsure what something is, there is a neat feature on, I know for Apple phones, if you take a picture, there's a identify this button on the bottom, and then it will show you what plant it is, which is actually quite nice.
And you can do that with Google too. Yeah, Google Lens.
Google does it too.
Yep. Google Lens does it. It's so great.
Yeah, because surprisingly, there is a lot of toxic plants in the UK. Trust me, if you don't know about hogsweed yet, if you're new here, definitely look it up. Get very comfortable with the look of it, just because you don't want to get third-degree burns
Oh, yikes.
on your skin or have your kids play it or your dog. And it runs rampant here, especially in the fields and near anything source of water. So hogsweed, if you
Okay.
make sure you're familiar with that.
Brandy.
Yes.
Question.
That's terrible. That's like a four-way echo. We're having a little bit of trouble hearing you.
Oh, okay.
Are both laptops on where you are?
Yes. Yeah. Let us fix that for you.
Can we just listen to Brandy?
Yes, for sure.
Thank you.
I'm seeing Brandy's mic is off.
Testing.
Hello. Hello. Can people hear me or?
Yep, we're getting thumbs up. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Do I sound really like soft and low? Do I need to amp my voice up? Let me know. What's going on?
So far we have thumbs up.
Thumbs up. You can hear me? Okay. All right. Let's keep going. All right. So everyone's happily clipping away.
Yeah, we're still clipping.
Everybody, do you have little piles going on? Do you need some more time to do some clipping?
How long should they be again? Sorry, this is my first wreath thing. I'm having troubles.
Oh, no worries. You're looking about 45 to 50 centimeters. So it doesn't have to be exactly like this piece I kept long, but
Okay.
I'm just gonna work with it because what we're gonna eventually do is make little parcels of greens. So we're gonna take like the base, the back piece, and then we're gonna layer with more texture. See, this is my cedar. I'm gonna put some cedar on that. Another piece of cedar, just to make it look interesting. This piece I will add my long needle, though I don't have very much of that. I'm just gonna add long needle. So see how that is making a nice little parcel there, nice and full looking. And then we'll also go in with like accent pieces. Like not all the pieces will have accent pieces, but then we'll also be doing things like adding in your parcel like a little bit of holly and like a tiny bit of dogwood.
Okay, thank you for the end game.
Yeah. Yeah, and so when you get like this, and you still have like bits and stuff hanging off, you're like, oh, that doesn't look right. What we're gonna do is that we can go back and give it a haircut. So
Okay.
more is better, and then we can give haircuts.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I will keep clipping.
All right. So I'm gonna just cut myself some more cedar while everybody else is doing so.
Are we going to be making multiple bundles?
Multiple bundles.
Yes, we're gonna be making a whole bunch of bundles. That's why we're doing, we're making all the clippings right now. Once we get the clippings all done, then we're gonna be making bundles on your table. If you have a big table, that's great because then you can spread out. But if not, you'll just be making bundles as you go, which is actually pretty fast. Yes, and don't be afraid to throw it on the floor. If you ever have been in a floor shop at any busy times like Mother's Day or Christmas time, you'll look at the floor and it almost looks like they have a path with green garbage on the floor of clippings, of organics. So just throw it on the floor, sweep it all up afterwards.
I feel like we're going to be doing some of that today.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we be doing clippings of everything? So like the evergreen branches and the bare branches and the some called accessories, whatever?
Yeah, so for this like cedar, I'm like, this is a big long piece here. I'm gonna cut that in half because I already know that will be too big. So if I cut it in half, I already know I have they're still big enough.
Okay.
To add to my wreath. And then for the dogwood, if you have branches and stuff, or your curly willow or whatever you have, we'll just keep it long for now and just go in and give haircuts afterwards. Because if you cut it on the angle, you can get some nice tips. Or if you really like the end of a piece, like you're like, oh, I think that's really fantastic, then we can cut pieces lower down and add them into the wreath so you don't see the cut pieces on top. But just still give yourself a good decent, especially with the branches, because you want your branches to kind of come out higher than your bundle. So you see how that's kind of going up high, and then you can move it to the side and stuff like that. But once we start wiring, it will be like an organic thing. You'll just want to keep tweaking and turning and things like that, or pulling things off or cutting. We're gonna do that.
So I have this huge long.
So yeah, so can they see your camera right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so Marley has like a huge piece right now. Hopefully she doesn't snap the eye. So since that has a lot of beautiful breaks in there, so she would cut it I
love this bit. I love it.
Yeah, so you want to get it, find that it goes on this. This would be the natural spot for her to cut. So she gets these two on the next one. Then she'll get that break. And then the next one probably be, she probably could get this one as its own separate identity for over here. And then down here.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
Did anyone have any trouble foraging here at all? Or did they find copious amounts of greens?
I think I foraged too much.
That is okay. Your wreath will be extra fluffy.
I showed up at Brandy's house this evening with a full garbage bag full of cedar, and I walked in and she's like, "Oh my goodness, you brought a lot." I'm like, I didn't know how much I need.
Well, you guys could make very lovely greens on your fireplace mantle. You just place them on with some 3M command hooks.
Yes.
You can put that and make it all natural with some twinkly lights. That's really nice.
Oh.
Or if you have an outdoor kind of railing or anything, you can actually really simply just gather all your extra greens, kind of like a broom, and just layer how I'm doing right now with the little bundles. Have the big greens in the back and your accenting greens in the front. Tie it with ribbon in the front and just put a loop in the back, and you can put it on your posts. So walking up to your front door, you can have the wreath and the posts up your little railings, which looks quite nice. Okay.
Careful. There.
And then, so this type of holly that I have is a variegated holly. This is actually hand friendly. It doesn't have its sharp little bits on it.
That good.
But this, watch out for this. It's beautiful, but man, you will pay for this. The scratches on you. So definitely be careful with that. Okay, is everybody ready to make parcels then?
Kelsey foraging or trimming.
Tree trimming. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you
Maybe
guys,
start.
I will start doing the tree trimming, the little parcels, as I call them. And then if you guys still need to do more clipping and stuff like that, you can keep doing that. Once you see what I'm doing, it's really easy to catch up. Or as we go, if you're taking your time and you want things to be very particular, this is something that you can relax and take your time with. It doesn't have to be done within this workshop. This will just give you the tools to finish your lovely wreath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of little parcels quickly. As I just said, you don't have to rush, so I don't have to do this quickly, but I will just make this for a demo. Just for a demo. See, I'm actually going to grab 2 pieces of this, because look how thick and luscious that looks. It looks a lot nicer. Then I'm going to add my cedar in, because as he is a bit longer and winsy, I'll pull it down a little bit if it's too high. Just looking at it. And we'll just add a little bit more because I want some in the other direction. Yeah, you can see that little stick end. That's fine because you're going to be covering it with another piece. And you can pull it off as you go. And then I'm going to use one of the long needle pines there. I'll stick that lower down. So it's kind of look like a peacock. Accents in the front and then the nice fullness in the back.
The mohawk.
Yeah, exactly. Mohawk. What is it? Party.
Business in the front,
Yes,
party in
business
the back.
in the front, party. Exactly. So there's one. I'm just going to put that on my table. So I have one all ready to go. Make another one quickly. Nice and full. This one, I'm not going to use a long needle pine for that. I just use some nice cedar. And remember that you can turn things. So even the cedar is a different color on the other side. So you can just change it up. That one I'm going a bit more heavy on the cedar. And you can do a rough cut to make your ends kind of the same length. So I'll do another parcel there. And then the next one, I'm going to do somewhat more of the accents. So I'm going to get my base, the greens. Nice and lush on that. More cedar, but I'm going to turn it around. Just get the light green going on. And this one, I'm going to add in some of those variegated holly into here. Well, these pieces are gorgeous. So we got some of that. So I'm going to put that. That's going to be one of my accent pieces. I'm going to pull it down a little bit. I find accent pieces like that. You want to go a tiny bit lower than having it super high up, because it just looks odd if you have this like tail at the front. So just bring it a bit lower so you can see all that lushness in the back, and then bring that down. Okay, so now that I have a few bundles on the go, and depending how big your table is, maybe you can do lots of bundles. It's up to you, but you can also do it as you work. You will take your wreath wire form and get your paddle wire on the end of it, unravel quite a bit, and you're going to take your first piece, your nice big luscious bundle, and you're going to put it off to the side. You don't want to put it up like this. It's not a birthday party hat, but what you want to do is go with the circle and see how it's to the side, kind of like that. Now you don't want to do it too straight. You kind of want to still keep it at an angle. So this one I'm going to do slightly up. So you see how the branches are going up on there, and I'm just holding on. And I'm going to take my paddle wire here, and I'm going to stick it in the back with my thumb. My thumb is holding it in the back. Here, do you see that?
Would you like me to zoom in?
Do people want to closer
A close up?
of my thumb and paddle wire?
Don't mind the camera movement here, everybody.
We don't feel seasick. So I just take the paddle, so I'm holding with my thumb, my front hand's holding, I'm holding my bundle. I take my wire, put it under my thumb, and then I'm just going to go around. And this is where you go super, super tight. This will not break. So you just go as tight as you can. And this is one of the ones that you'll do more of than the rest. The rest you won't do this much.
Just that first one.
Just this first one to anchor it down and give it a good pull. I'm really yanking on that. And so my first piece is going up to the side, and I can adjust it. So if it was going a bit too straight, I can still put it up slightly to give it a nice angle. This will make your wreath look fuller. But you also want to hide your mechanics. So I would always say like the wire is your mechanics and the wire foam is your form is your mechanics. So that's our first one. Give it a good one. And now I can add in the next bundle.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the accent one first. So I have my pretty accent one. And now, when I'm working.
Oh, sorry, I have a question.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, okay, this is a stupid question, but
No such thing.
the wire circle, like, does it matter which way it's facing out, like, which is the front? I guess.
No, because see all this wire here, if you look up really closely, you can see it, but you shouldn't be able to see it very much.
Okay.
It will kind of blend because we're going to cover all of that. So it doesn't matter. And if you're left-handed or right-handed, your wreath will go in different directions. So it's just with what cut you feel comfortable with. You just want it,
Thank you.
the pieces to go to the side and up a little bit. Because the next piece I'm going to do is not going to go up. It's going to actually go the opposite direction. It's going to go facing down. So all the greens still face the same direction, like still going towards my right. But instead of going up like this, I'm actually going to turn it down. See how it makes it, and I'm going to scoot it down a bit. So you see you'll see all this nice here. And then this one will be going in towards the middle of the wreath. And then the next piece I do will go up again. So it just gives the illusion. Design is always done in zigzags and odd numbers. So if you ever are looking at something and it looks really pleasing to you, just kind of look at it and see if you can visually see if there's a zigzag in it. A lot of times there will be.
Chantel just has a
Can
little.
you,
Yeah.
can you show us the back and how it's layered over the previous one, please?
Yep. So this one is, so this is just the first one. So see how it was just wired on? Front. And then I'll attach the next, and that's how that is. And I'll attach the next one. Take this. Take my bundle. Just adjust it, flip it up. A little bit long here, so I'm going to give it a little bit of haircut on the bottom. I like the accents to be a little bit lower. So there's my bundle there. And see how that one's going up. Now I'm going to scoot down and do this one going towards the middle.
Okay. And it's on top of the
It's
the
on
ends-
top,
the ends.
top of the other one. So you want
Oh,
to
okay.
cover this, you want to cover the wires. You
Okay.
don't want to go like this, because there now you can see your mechanics. You want to be a bit higher. So see how it's just covering it?
Mhm.
It looks nice and full, but I'm pointing inwards instead of outwards.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And then you just move your paddle wire. See, I'm gonna have to make a big jump with my paddle wire.
So we're not cutting it.
We're not cutting it. Keep it all connected.
Okay.
If you cut it, you'll have pieces falling off your wreath, which if you're opening and closing your door will be a problem because it'll just fall off. Okay, so now once again, wire this on. These are pretty strong. Don't be afraid of really yanking on the wire. And you can always adjust. So if this is looking like it's kind of following the other direction, I can just yank it down like this to go more towards the middle. So there's about almost like I would say like 5 inches between where I had attached it and to the next attachment. So now I'm going to do something more plain. And this one, as the first one, I did around like 6 loops for this one. This one I've only done about 3. So the rest of them you can just do like 3 just to keep it tight. But 3 is good enough. And then yeah, I get now a plain bundle. I've already had my really fancy one, so now I'm gonna get a plain bundle, nice and thick. So this one's pointed down, this one's pointed up. Now I'm gonna take this one, this bundle, cover my mechanics of the last one where I wired it on, and now I'm gonna go up again. Does that make sense? So it's looking really full down here, and it's looking really full up there. And then I would jump my about 5 inches there. And then just wrap it around pretty tight with the paddle wire. Yeah, and if you do it too loose, it will start to fall apart. So feel free to yank on it. And if you feel like you need more wire on yours, feel free to just do a couple more loops. That's just what we would normally, what I would normally do is just do 3. But if you feel more secure with like 5, put it down. You have lots of wire. You have lots of wire on yours. Mine's a little bit shorter because I've been using that for a fair bit. But you guys should have brand new paddle wire thing. Okay, now more bundles. This is when it starts getting a little bit monotonous. Not as exciting. This one I'm going to add, actually do a really fluffy background for cedar, but this one I'm going to add my dogwood in this time. Do some more cedar. And I got some pretty dogwood. Look how beautiful that is. Oh,
So
love it.
That yours is very vibrant.
And see how I'm just gonna, this is the one where the one accent where you can have it longer and it looks okay. And here's the branches, if you have curly willow or the red dogwood, it looks nicer if it's longer.
I'm even gonna pull my nose.
Actually, I'm gonna do this one, just a regular one. I want it really full, and then the next one I'm gonna add the dogwood in. So zigzagging this one, and now it's gonna go in. Gonna drop it a little bit. And also with your branches, you can do them technically after you've wired your wreath if you're not too sure what you're doing, because you can always find a little pocket and put your dogwood in.
Good idea.
Okay. How is everybody doing?
Good.
Good. The Marley's wreath is coming in. No one is.
I have one bundle on so far.
Oh my. Okay. Okay. We're good progress.
A little slow.
No, that's okay. Me too. Is anyone poking their hands on their holly?
Yes, that holly is vicious.
Yeah.
Very vicious.
So I have some bits on mine where like my ends are kind of sticking out. Can I just trim those?
Yep. You can definitely give haircuts afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
I do recommend you don't have to do it right away. So if Marley's hers, if people can see how she has some branches sticking out from hers, she can wait till the very end to do haircuts. And that way, because she might want that little bit of piece in the back just to give it fullness, because she probably won't even see it. So I always recommend doing haircuts at the end where you can hold it up and actually look where you want to trim. I'm going to do a tiny bit of dogwood. Pull a branch on that one, and this one is going up. I'm going to drop it lower, about 5 inches. This one went in, so this one will go up. How's the sound, guys? Are we still good with the sound?
Yeah, are we better now?
It's almost sad we can't hear the party.
I know.
I'm sure they're having a great time.
Dropped my wire.
Oh, that will happen.
Come back.
Okay, so for just interest sake, is these type of classes, not just because I'm teaching it right now, are these types of classes interesting to you guys? Do you want more of these for the grown-ups? Do you find them valuable, or is it just nice to do once a year? What is your opinion? We are always trying to think of new things that will have the community participating. And we just want to do something that actually interests you guys. We don't want to bore your ears.
No.
So just if we could get your feedback, that would be lovely at the end. So once again, I'm just adding in. So this one I went out. So this little kind of not very interesting bundle, but texture bundle, I'm going to go in, but dropping down.
I'm amazed at how quickly it really does come together. Like it's looking full and nice.
Yeah, it will come together quite quickly, especially when you're jumping down like 5 inches, like a hand width almost, to get the bottom of your greens on there. What you will find is if you do it too high up, so instead of doing it down here near my ends, if I did it too high up, you will find your wreath looking really choked. Like it's not breathing at all.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering if mine's a little bit.
So do make sure you're doing on just the lower bits tight to keep the stems in, just so you can let your wreath breathe. and have the movement, because it does look really pretty if it's moving around there. You could, that's one of the reasons you can tell it's real. Has that movement to it. But the
Got me
Holly is vicious. All right. So how are others doing? I know one lady, sorry, I can't see the screen, so I don't know who's looking. One lady said she had the first bundle on.
Yes, Amanda.
Amanda, the first bundle on. Oh, she has a little one with her. Do you have your little one tonight, Amanda? She might have a helper with her.
Oh, that's Alicia.
Oh,
Yeah,
Alicia, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine's in bed right now.
Yeah. Hopefully she's not lingering around.
Sorry, but we actually have a lot of partners that start with A.
Yeah, it's true.
So there's a lot of them, which is interesting. Okay.
Can you remind me? So for the second bundle, all I remember is it was supposed to be pointing down.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it'll be like a zigzag. So one, it's like slightly on an angle up. Actually, I'm gonna write it, just show you on a piece of paper, because sometimes that's a lot easier when people see it on white paper.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
So I am not an artist. Please don't judge me on my doodles.
Yeah.
But I will quickly do this. Okay. Basic wreath form. Circle. I'm just saying
You
this
gotta move
just
it
so
closer
you're
to
like,
the camera.
what are you doing? So here's my circle. There's a wreath form. So the first piece, you want to do it slightly on an angle. So you'll be going up. See how it's just going slightly up? You're not going up like a bobble, but you're just going to the side. The next one, you're gonna, and you attach down here. So all these bits are going out that way. Like that for the first piece. So that's going out. So it's going, reaching to the stars. The next piece, you're gonna attach down here, so about 5 inches roughly. And this is gonna go slightly in with the branches. And see, it's all still pointing the same direction, like the branches are still pointing the same way. And then the next piece, we're going to attach it here, but now this one's going to go up again.
Maybe it's like we're still moving clockwise around the circle, but we're.
Yeah, exactly. And see how these pieces eventually overlay your mechanics, your wire. So hopefully this piece is covering the mechanics here. And this piece that's pointing up again is covering the mechanics there. And so you're just going in, out, in, out, in, out, and all the way around. Does that make sense, or is this just really, really bad drawing?
Yeah, no, I think that
No,
really
it's
helps.
really helpful.
Yeah.
Thank
Perfect.
you. Thank you for going
No
on that journey.
problem.
My question is, you say like drop it down 5 centimeters, like, so am I wrapping the wire around the wire a couple times and then start wrapping it around the?
No, you don't need to. You just, as long as you have it quite taut, of where you originally wrapped it, you can just drop down in the back, like do a long straight piece, and then wrap
Okay.
again. You don't have to keep wrapping all the way till you hit where you need to bond. You could just pull it in the back, so it's just one long piece until you bond again. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. No problem.
And how did I start going counterclockwise and everyone else is going clockwise?
Are you left-handed? I wonder.
Yeah.
No.
Whatever way your parent is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yours, it doesn't matter which way. If yours is going left and this is going right, that's fine. It will still turn out lovely. Okay. Another bundle. Are people having all right time keeping it tight enough?
We'll soon know.
I keep
Yeah.
getting my thumb caught, that's for
If
sure.
it's falling on.
It'll take one windy rainstorm to put our work to the test.
I'm just curious, do we have Alexander in the house tonight? Oh, Alexander?
We do not, unfortunately. I'm going to be using the recording. The math test tomorrow
okay.
had to take priority. Sorry.
Here's Lily, we're getting the youth involved
Yeah.
too. If we get teenagers involved, that's like
That means it's a really good workshop.
yeah,
That means
this is
it's
like
cool.
getting a unicorn student.
Yeah.
So if you have teenagers, please have
Bring
to
them.
join us. Okay, so now I'm gonna go. I'll do this. See how I'm just gonna pull to the side? See, I bonded here. I bonded right there, and now I'm just pulling to the side like a long line here, and then just wrapping. And keeping your bundle, sometimes you have to keep it tight. That one I just lost, so it does happen. Does anybody have war wounds yet, Mr. Marley?
Yeah. Darn Holly.
I've given up on that sharp holly,
Yeah.
but it's not making it come into my wreath.
Yeah, I almost want to take my one piece out.
Okay. Like,
It's gonna be a standalone.
okay. Is everyone finding that they have enough greens? Surprisingly, this does take quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm just turning my, remember you can always turn around to your pieces, get just that different color and texture. One thing about working with organic things, the more you try to make it look perfect, the less interesting it looks. People will be like, oh, I don't really like it so much. And it'll be because you tried to perfect it. If there's some interest to it, some like abnormal bits to it, people enjoy looking at that more. They can't explain it to you why they like that, but they do. And like a slightly imperfection. There is like a technical thing about way back in floor school. It had to do with a design triangle, but do I remember that right now? I do not. But I did study it a long, long time ago. Does everybody enjoying what they're putting out? Does anyone want to show their wreath so far? Or you're like, no way, Jose?
Oh, here.
Define enjoying.
Oh,
Chantel's is looking really nice.
okay, I'm gonna come.
Yeah, you
over
come-
to the. I'm gonna
come
come look at the computer.
Abandon your post and come see. Ooh, sorry, watch it. Mind the wander.
Oh,
It's not
okay, guys, I
done.
wanted to see. Sorry,
No one can see you do that.
Okay, okay, good.
Here's Chantel.
Oh, very nice.
She's almost done there. Very
Oh
well
my
done.
goodness.
Beautiful.
Yes, I love it.
I think I got 2 more bundles worth of space. I don't know. It's my first one.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks great.
It looks really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, look, I can see the party house. They're
Yeah.
all working.
All at the table.
Look at all the bundles.
That's
Oh,
so fun.
good job. I like to see all the gloves on.
Yeah, I'm blush.
Yeah.
I had mine on.
Oh my
Bad
goodness,
student.
Martin.
Bad student.
Okay. Do we have? Yeah, I'm gonna. Is that moving?
Nope, you're good.
I'm
Still good. Good angle. Yep.
Okay, sorry, guys. Don't mean to be wobbly. I have 20% left. All right. Okay. So. That wobbly.
Nope, we're good.
Okay, we're good. Sorry for the wobbliness, guys. We have brand new toys that we're using.
Yes.
We're using a brand new ring light and a microphone. So hopefully we'll be using these fun toys for other programs that we're going to do. Any workshops we can think of, we'll be like bringing out the toys. Okay. All right, I have a few more pieces. We're going a little bit slower just so I can show you along the way. And then I won't I'll just I'll finish my wreath here soon. And then we'll just maybe pause for a moment. And I can just show you adding the special accoutrements, the accessories, the bling bling, to make your wreath look special and unique to you. And then after we have to end the session, then you guys can still keep going, chatting, drinking your tea, hopefully listening to Christmas music. Woo. Yeah.
Oh gosh. I love when the cedar has the little bits on it.
Yeah, the little. Juniper actually it's very distinctive because it smells like cat pee.
Oh,
So we do not
so
have
no,
any,
we don't have that here
we
then.
do not have any of the juniper here
No.
tonight. Thankfully.
Can attest to that. Yes, imagine I brought that into your lovely time. It sounds like
I feel like
I'd be off for foraging duty. So funny, and I thought this when I did your flower table or the table showpiece workshop as well. It is so easy. I don't know, like when you really when you come down to it, it seems so user friendly.
yeah, it's nice with like working with greens. You don't have to be like professional. You can just be wanna chill out for a couple of hours in the afternoon.
Yeah.
On a weekend if you ever get that.
Yeah.
Life goals if you do.
Yeah.
But it's very relaxing. Actually, working with greens, I used to actually work as an event planner, and for many years, about 15 years, and I just got extremely tired of burning the candle constantly. And one of my favorite jobs, if there was a special event, is I would offer if it had a low budget event, I'd be like, oh, I'll just do the flowers for you or whatever they had to. I didn't normally do that because I didn't have time for that, but every once in a while I felt like I wanted to play a bit and I would do that. And when I decided that event planning was I was done with it I'm ready for a new hat, I went to florist school, and it was just so much more relaxing working with your hands and just being a little creative for me anyways. It's still lots of work. Like sometimes you see it like a Hallmark movie. They become a florist, and it's all really nice and pumpkin spice lattes.
Yes, it's definitely the start to a couple of different Christmas movies, I think.
Exactly, but it is like lots of like heavy lifting, like very dirty and high up and stuff like that. And usually lots of problems with logistics of things keeping them cold enough, keeping them fresh and stuff like that, supplies. So things, but yeah, it was definitely working with greens. It just brings a sense of peace over you. So if you get a chance, do this out for fun on the weekend. Make yourself an arrangement. Cut up your back garden and go foraging. See what's out there. So I am at like the last little bits of pieces in mine. So what I ended up doing is this first piece I had, which went up slightly, I tucked underneath the tips the new piece to finish out the circle. And this end is where, this is where I'm going to do multiple wrappings of the wire. I'll do about 6, and then I'm going to take a piece and use your wire cutters, not your pruners, because that's the fastest way you can ruin your pruners. Take a big piece, using your wire cutters, cut them, cut the wire, and tuck it through your tight pieces at the back. So you see how many wraps I have in there? I'm just going to tuck it through and under. The other side comes up. And do it again. Wrap it a few times. So that way your wreath is very, very, very secure. Do it very, very tight. You don't want to do this again this season anyways. So now I'm going to step back and kind of look at my wreath. It's hard to see when you're working on a flat surface. So it feels nice and firm. I feel like I like the holly here. I feel like I need another piece coming in here just to balance it out. And if you're not sure and you're on your own, you can't really stand back and look at it. One easy way to do it is if you lay it down or if you prop it up somewhere, take a picture with your phone and then look at it in your phone. And that way your eye can kind of evaluate your work. But if you're just looking at it yourself with your naked eye, it'll be harder to do. Good tip. So I'm going to add just a bit more berries in there. To mine, I'm just going to find existing wire already going and tuck that in. And if I don't have an existing wire, you can just cut yourself a little new piece. Just unravel. Cut. Now I have a piece like that. I'm going to just make a U shape, like a hairpin. And then I just put it across on that. You want to make sure you get it down, like lift up the other branches so you don't choke the greens, but then you can just wire that in. Turn it over and twist. So that is now more pleasing to my eye. The more the berries going around, so a bit of dogwood all the way around. I think I would need one more piece of dogwood going this way. I will add that in. Dogwood branches are really easy to do for just like threading in the back because you have the wire. I'm just going to slide it through, weaving it through the back. It's quite secure now. And now there's my wreath. The greens, and now I'm going to start decoration. Don't feel like you have to rush to get to this point. You guys want to pause just for a moment to see what I'm going to do. I'm just going to show you what I have. You guys all have these, the berry picks. You can add them in, just sliding them in. I recommend not putting them on the front. So lift that up. So I don't recommend you have a pick, not just putting on the front like that. I recommend tucking it behind something, behind some green, and then just getting the end into the wire frame and just attaching it with the wire. That will look better than if you put it on the front. It's just kind of like a little hint of glamour. If you're using that, you can add the berries, so put it behind the green. You guys should probably have Make sure it goes all the same way as your greens. Make sure it goes all the way around. You don't want to go one this way and then the other this way. You want to make sure you're still going with your greens. So tuck it behind. Catch it into the wire frame and twist it on. And also, if you find when you do pick up your wreath and you find there's a bald spot, feel free to add some greenery in there.
Yeah, I just had to do that.
It's you find like me looking this, I just noticed I have a little bit of a bald spot there. I'm just going to grab a piece, weave it into my existing wires, and now it's all fixed. Just that one little piece. Okay, I'll keep going with the berries. Are people doing the berries, or are they going to be doing other things?
For the decoration, I'm gonna do the berries for sure.
Berry, okay, looks kind of nice. So I'm doing my berries. Now I'm going to do the gold. I'm going to do that because it was in the kit. You don't have to if you don't want to. If it's too bling. I just recommend if you're putting the gold with the berry, that you don't put it exactly the same direction, like clumped up like that. You can go it close to where you had a berry, but just make it sure it like pointed a different direction. So not the exact same low of the berry, just maybe a little to the side, tuck behind. That gives more interest. And once again, you just want this stuff to peek out. You don't want it to be in your face. Any questions right now? Oh my goodness. Thank you for listening to me tonight. This is a lot of talking for me. Okay, so I got my gold picks in there. And now I've decided I'm going to do a little bit more the natural feel. So I have on my tray some little bits that I've used last week. So I have some cotton buds. I have some dehydrated oranges, little pine cones, more tiny little berry picks, some little red balls if you want to be bubbles, if you want to be a little bit more glamorous. There are these kind of little berries that you can add to. These are a little sweet if you just want to touch a glimmer. I recommend taking 3 of them. See if they're like very short, it's about like 3 centimeters. Short, adding in 3s, odd number again, and just twisting them together. So now you have a little spray of berries, and you can just tuck that in your wreath and just wrap it around the greens. So you don't have to get to the wreath frame for that. Just wrap it around your little branches. Just add a little bit of bling. So if you see down here, it's just adding just a tiny touch. You also don't have to put everything on. Not like
You're maximalist.
Yes,
That's okay too.
Yes, exactly. If you want to, go ahead. But as I tell my daughter as well, who likes to put every piece of dress-up clothes and jewelry she has on, sometimes less is more. She doesn't believe me. You don't have to either. Just the tiny bits here and there. I've done oranges this year, and I'm really loving the oranges. And it's so inexpensive to do.
Yeah, I just did a whole bunch. I saw at home.
Well, I think Marley, even she made a poster about dehydrating.
Yes, I did.
She made it about,
And I used that exact recipe, and it went so well.
and it worked.
Yep.
She tested it for you guys. That's the dedication in our team.
I am willing to dehydrate some oranges
Yes.
and make a beautiful Christmas tree with them.
Exactly. Seeing if it works for you guys. I'm still twisting in my little berries to add a tiny bit of glimmer. For the oranges, if you do get an orange, you get your paddle wire and you just poke a hole into the orange piece. You get a little piece of wire. I'm doing about like 10 a bit longer than 10 centimeters. It's hard to see on the camera because I can hardly see it in real life. And you just poke a hole through the orange bit and make a little U bit, a U, and then like that. Twist, and then just add it to your greens again. You don't have to hit the wireframe, but just make sure you twist it well in the back. Because the beauty of the green wire is that you won't see it. Yeah, I'm loving the orange.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
the
pretty.
orange really makes it pop. And I don't want to make sure I don't do it like dot, 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 all in the same area. I want to, so if I do one in here, I'm going to do this one slightly higher up. The next one I would do slightly lower in, just like how you put your greens to make it visually interesting. Is anyone decorating just yet? So if we were to do this, say, next year, would you guys want to do a wreath workshop or would you like to do a Christmas centerpiece? What do you guys think?
Love the centerpiece.
Centerpiece? And Marley's voted.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Sorry,
that
I
happens.
missed what the other option from a wreath was.
We're thinking about if next year, if everyone's around next year, if you want to do another Christmas wreath workshop, or if you would like to do a Christmas table centerpiece, which is quite nice. You can keep it throughout the holidays. You just can change out the fresh florals. You do it with evergreens, usually some red roses. So you could do it with some nice protea, which is really nice. They're very long lasting. We could do that as well, or we can do another wreath class. That you guys can tell us, talk amongst yourselves.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Would it be possible maybe to do centerpiece at Easter?
Yeah,
Yes,
we could definitely do that. We can do.
I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there.
Yes, we love ideas. We can do a centerpiece. We could also do a spring bulb, little furniture.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
You guys could have that.
that's nice too.
Yeah, we can definitely do stuff like that.
I'm really funky. What way should be the top? Like,
So yeah, if you are with people and you say you have a funky bit, you feel free to ask your friend to hold it for you, because it might be the natural spot for a ribbon on top. So with Marley, so she's looking really full there.
yeah.
So I would almost, may I have
Yes,
you read for a
please.
moment? So if your friend takes it for you and can turn it for you, so I feel like this would be a natural spot for her bow. Or she can give it a haircut if you wanted, but then you can also turn it to see what appeals to you. Where you feel the natural spot for a bow is, this could also be a good spot. But also, yeah, if you need a haircut, like if you feel like this little guy is not doing you favor, just clip him off.
Yeah.
I'll give that back to Marley.
Thank you.
Okay, I think mine is I'm coming to the bow part and do this last little bit, and then we'll come to the bow. The bow is seems to be always the most challenging.
Save the best for last.
Save the best for last. It's the nice finishing piece. Is everybody ready for the bow? Do they just want to watch how it's done and then try to tackle that a little bit later? What are people feeling?
Show us the bow.
Show us the bow.
The bow.
Okay.
Bow. Okay, that's what's
Release the bow.
Release the bow. All right. Okay. We will do that. I will release the bow. All right. So does anyone want to show right now where they are? I bet they're starting to look like really spectacular. So I'm feeling mine would could look good with a bow right here.
Mm,
What do you think?
yeah.
Right. I might still have to, I think I need a little bit of a haircut, like at the little bits here, the cedars. I'll cut those little bit trims off. I don't want it to get too short. But I'm thinking around here.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We have your double wired bow. Or your double wired ribbon. So we're going to take this, it's 180 centimeters. And we're going to put it on top of your hand. We make a little tail. So we're gonna.
Your hand is out of the screen.
Oh,
Lower,
Is that
lower,
better?
lower, lower, lower. There we go.
there.
Here, I'll hold the, let me get the camera
Okay.
going here.
So
Sorry, everybody. Okay.
we got your hand and you have a tail right there. So that's a good tail. You hold it. So hold it tight. You're gonna make your first loop. Since this is double-sided, you're gonna go backwards with this loop. So I'm still holding it. So this is roughly my hand width, which I have medium-sized hands. So it's probably about 5-6 inches. I do apologize. I'm jumping back and forth in metric seats. Back and forth. So now I'm going to do the other loop. So this went down. Now I'm going to bring it up to my hand again. And it's roughly the same size compared. If you really want to see, holding it tightly in the middle, you can bend both of your loops in the front to see if they're about the roughly the same size. They are.
Yeah, we're following along, which is good.
Okay, now this one you're going to go backwards again because we want to see the red. And we're doing a shorter loop this time. You don't want it as long as the back one, a shorter loop. You're just going to tuck it in with your hand. Keep it tight in the middle. See how that's shorter? And then I'm going to mimic that on the other side. Instead of going backwards, I'm going to go frontwards. See how this is shorter than the back one. Now this is where you just take a moment.
Yeah. Yep.
Grab really hard here. You have a tail here, you have a tail here. You're going to take this while you're holding it tight, go around to the back. Don't let go. You're going to keep it to my fingers stuck in the little hole there. See, I'm over top of it. And then I'm going to stick the tail
Through itself.
through where my finger was.
I think we're lost.
And then you'll have so it's just doing a tie. And since it's like kind of sturdy ribbon, it'll be pretty. So now this is, you see, oh, that looks like a big mess. But now you get to fluff it up. So now you pull your tails down. I'm going to pull this tail down and I'm going to twist them so they're facing the same way. It's always nice, in my opinion, that ribbons don't match in the lengthwise. I will trim this a little bit, but I find it nice if they're irregular. Next, I'm going to fluff up the front and stick my hands in it, puff it up. Same with this one. Stick my hand in there, puff it up. And then same with the back. I'm going to twist it up now. Stick it and puff it up, play with it. And then this one, I'm going to fluff it up in the back. So now it's looks like this kind of vintage, really luxurious bow. And then you can stick your fingers under here and pull it to make the knot fatter if you want that. It is a bit harder with this ribbon because it does have a vinyl back. So just pull it. How's everybody doing?
We may need another demo on the folding.
On the
You're
fold-
welcome to use my bow if
Oh. Where'd she go?
They're gone. My bow does not look like hers.
Fend for ourselves?
Hey, sorry, we're back. We had a brief intermission there. Here we are.
Oh, hello guys. So we are fluffing. So see how you can see the dimensions in your bow. How's everybody doing? So yeah, you got the flat part. Yeah, I can see you guys now. And now this is, oh, you want to undo it. Okay, should we try again? We'll do it again. I'm gonna use Marley's ribbon.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got a little tail. We're gonna do a loop through the back. So we got tail, loop. I
Really
went
slow.
backwards.
Really
Okay.
slow. Hold.
Okay, so everybody there? We got one loop at the top. You turn it to the side, you see the loop. And I still have my tail. Okay. Keep your thumb across. Now we're gonna make the second loop. And we're gonna match this one. So we just bend it. And this one we're gonna bend up forwards. So we see the red color coming up. We're not gonna go backwards because then you would see gold. If I did backwards, you see how it sees gold? So you're gonna do forwards, so you see red. So now you should have a loop on the top and a loop on the bottom and one tail. Does everybody got that? Okay. Now keeping your thumb tight, we're going to do a smaller loop. So we're going to go back so you still see red.
Okay.
And you're going to go shorter than the back one. See how my back one's a lot longer? This one's shorter in front. So I'm going to tuck it in into my thumb again. Make sure your thumb is holding everything in place. And then we're going to match it. So the gold side is pointed down. So instead of going backwards, because if you went backwards, you see gold. You're going forwards now. Back to your thumb. And you want the loop to match this loop. This short loop to match this short loop. Does that
Okay.
make sense? So then the key here is to keep your hand really tight. So don't let go of the middle here. Okay, yep, good, good. So now, keeping your thumb and your hand squeezing that, you're going to take your long tail that you should still have. Does everyone still have a long tail? Yeah, I see long tails. Good job. We're going to go backwards. Don't let go. Don't let go. So see how it's going back my hand? And my thumb is like peeking out there at you. And then, yeah, exactly like tying a shoe. You guys have small ones at home. Now you just stick the tail where your thumb is. Don't move that thumb. Keep that thumb there. You're going to thread in that long tail. Okay? See how it's like this? And I haven't tightened it yet. Ready for tightening?
No. Where
No.
did you thread it? So I have it
So-
at the front, and then it goes
The-
around the back.
The round back. So when you naturally go from, so I'm going to go around the back.
Yeah.
It goes over my thumb. See, I have a little thumb sticking out.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it goes through the back. It kind of goes on the back of my hand almost.
Yeah.
See that? My thumb's still poking out.
And then am I putting it up my thumb?
Yeah. So exactly, you're putting it up your thumb. Oh,
Not as opposed to down my thumb. I'm going up the thumb.
yeah, you're going up the thumb.
Okay.
So you go up the thumb and it will thread it. And you have to just don't let go. You just pull, pull, pull. Don't let go still until it's like pulled And I just like to pull over the top. And now you will have a crumpled mess. This is okay. Because this is where we fluff. Is everyone at this point?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, you got it. Alicia's got it. Chantel's going good. She's going good. Cheryl's going. All right, I see the other ladies. They're doing greens. Good job, guys.
You're on your own for the bow.
All right. So now I have this very smushed looking bow, but now I'm going to make it look beautiful. So for this one, I went pretty small on this, so she does have a long tail. I won't cut it because this is Marley's bow. Yeah. But I will pull down the bow tails to the same size. So sometimes they might be twisted where you have the gold. Guess what? Wires, beautiful thing, twist forwards. So now my tails are both going the same way. You see that? Okay. So now we got tails going the right way. Now we want to twist the knots. See, it's kind of a little bit on the bottom. I'm going to twist it to the back a bit because with the wires. So you just see this nice fat little cushion thing there. And next we're going to fluff it up with our fingers. So we're just going to take our fingers, put it in a loop and just open it up, round it out. And then we'll do that with the back one. Nice and open. Same with the front again. You can twist it and then twist it. So that your bow eventually, after playing with it a little bit, will look something like this. Is everyone getting bows kind of like looking that way with the tails going down nice and fat? The sheen on it's really nice. And we will trim the tails in a moment. Is that good? Okay. So for mine, I'm not going to cut Marley's because this is hers. So she's going to undo that one and then redo it.
No, I'm gonna do this bow.
So then for mine, I did mine a little bit larger with a tighter middle. Oh, batteries.
Oh, here.
How many minutes do we have?
I don't know. I can't even.
Do you have
It's
your
okay.
plug here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's here.
Okay. So for my bow, I did really big loops. And I have the tails going the same way. So now what I'm going to do with the tails that are going down, I do like them when they're not the same length. I like the one that's a little bit off. But what I'm going to do is cut with scissors. That's the one thing I didn't put out is ribbon scissors. If you have a really good pair of ribbon scissors at home, don't let anyone touch those.
This is your moment.
This is your moment. I'm going to go grab my scissors for a second.
Is it the same as fabric scissors? You just don't let anyone touch them?
Yeah. Just don't let them go away.
I have those.
Oh, perfect. Well, this is your time to shine with the fabric scissors.
Yeah, like when your mother-in-law uses your fabric scissors to cut something that permanently burrs the
Yeah.
edge. And 15 years later, no, I still don't remember her doing that.
Oh, no.
They're good for that.
Well, we do actually have fabric scissors in the group, so
Oh,
look at that.
Look at that. Very nice. Very sad news. My children have acquired all my ribbon scissors. Yes, it's shocking. I know you're shocked
Nothing
and
is
sad at the same time. Anyways, I will be using my dull IKEA knives or IKEA scissors. So what we do to make dovetails, you guys might be very fluent in this, but you just see how your bottom of your ribbon of your tails is just straight across. You're just going to fold it in half. So it's halfway, matching side to side, so sides are matched. and you're just going to cut on an angle up so the gold is touching on both sides, and you're going to just do an angle cut. See how I'm doing just a little triangle there? See, it's not cutting as smoothly because these are not very good scissors. And then I open it up, and then you got your little dovetail. That, and this one, this is a lot longer. I'm still going to keep it long. I'm going to do it about like 1.5 inches, 2 inches, a little bit longer because I like the look of it when it's not matchy. We'll just fold that over again. Gold touching gold. Cut in an angle. My ribbon scissors were a beautiful thing. I'm very sad. And then this is where you get to play with your ribbon. I like to do what if you guys are familiar with a crimper, I like to use my fingers as a crimper with the tails. I make one going ripple down and then go like this and then up again. It gives it that kind of vintage feel. And you can tug it out to loosen it a little bit, just like hair. And then I'll do that waves again with my fingers, just crimping it with my fingers. Just gives that movement of the tails, and then you can open it up. Then what I just do for my paddle wire again, I get the paddle wire, get a little big long piece, flip that, and thread it through the back of your bow. So this is the back of my bow. See, I can see the knot there. It's not the pretty side. Just thread your wire through that. So I got it through there. Get it halfway through. I'll make a couple of twists in this right close by so it keeps tight. Won't flop around. I've smushed my loops so I can refluff it. And then I'm just going to look at my wreath. Where I need a bow. What are you thinking, Marley?
I'm thinking like, yeah, I feel like maybe in and around, it could be there, but then that would cover the orange, maybe down here.
Down there?
Yeah.
So just ring it around. Where you feel it? Yeah, I agree. That's a good spot. And then put your bow in. You can do a bow on the top, but some people like it on the bottom too. That looks pretty too. So you don't have to do matchy. So if you top, bottom, or you can just do it to the side, whatever kind of flair you guys want. And then just open your wires again and then wrap it in the back. Make sure you don't like smush down your greens. And then just twist in the back. So it stays on. And then readjust. These bows are
Forgetting.
They're very forgiving. Make it look really nice. It's harder to when you're facing in camera to do that. I'll look at it in person. So I'll just push it and twist it so I see the red of the ribbon. Twisting. There you go. And if you really want it to be like extra, you put something in the middle of your bow. I might put some of these, I had these like tiny little picks and just stick them in my middle because I feel like being extra. Why not?
And now we also have these little lights in our kits too, I think.
Oh yes. So I didn't have one in my kit because I actually have quite a few. So I just put some little, like a little berry fix of mine. And just in the middle to add a little bit of drama. But then you guys also,
Here,
yeah, I'll just show you.
Yeah.
Marlies, I didn't take one of these because I have quite a few. You guys have these little wire doodads. So if you unravel this and just loosely wrap it around your wreath, in the evenings you can turn these on and it just makes your wreath light up. So it's really nice. Just make sure this does have little batteries in it. Keep it away from children. Keep it safe. And kind of tuck it in the back because the bottoms aren't waterproof. So you might like rust out and short it out really quickly. But if you have it in the back, the greens will kind of protect it from water and things like that. So there we got bows, we have decorations. And lastly, to hang it. So the wire wreath is quite firm. So if you get those wreath hooks over your door, those are the most sturdy ones that you can get from Amazon. I think you can get them for like 3-4 pounds, or if you're close to a Poundland, sometimes they have them. Home Bargains have them right now. Just actually use your actual wreath frame to hang onto your door. That's the sturdiest. You could make it a little loop with your paddle wire, but that sometimes does get loose. And it can fall down. So I do recommend just using the frame that you're working with. And that's pretty much the end of it. The last little tip I have for you guys is recycling. All these bits can be reused. So this year when your beautiful wreath is done, just get your clippers, your brand new clippers that you guys all have now. Just cut off the greens. You can actually just get your wire cutters, cut off the wire in the back. All the greens will fall off. You can reuse your frame. And when you do the wire cutter, and the greens fall off, you can also reuse your picks and ribbons. Keep all that stuff. So you don't have to buy anything next year. You just have to go foraging again. So that is it in a nutshell. I might add a little bit more afterwards as I look at it a little bit. Is everybody happy with what they've created? Good stuff. Good stuff. I like the enthusiasm. Oh, look at
so
Chantel.
beautiful.
I love it. Look how full it is.
And that bow.
Ah,
Oh, yeah,
Chantel.
yours looks great.
Look at
Thank you. It's very
Yes.
Alicia, I love it.
I like that you put the bow on the bottom, and your bow looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
I have to
Oh,
cut it.
Cheryl, I love how yours looks like really full, like waterfall. It's
Yeah.
just like you've covered your mechanics really well.
I
Oh
just
my
want to let
goodness.
everyone know I use bay leaves.
Ah.
I was wondering.
I have 5 plants on my property that we're renting, and I use bay leaves. So that's a really cool
Oh,
filler.
that's awesome. Yeah, you can use whatever you get access to. We had someone last week. She used rosemary in her yard. It gave a nice little texture and smells so good. You can also, if you guys like smell, like to make it a full experience, you can spray, if you get cinnamon, a squish of orange juice in a water bottle, a little bit of water, and spray your wreath. Every time you open that door, you'll have a scent of Christmas. It just will waft in and out. If you want, are you looking to be a little bit extra? And it looks really nice. All right. So thank you so much. I think we're going to wrap up, guys. We're at the 2-hour mark. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We had a lot of fun putting this on for you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. Hopefully you keep your kits and you can create other things for your family and friends here. Make a little gift if you get your greens and just do like a tiny little bouquet with ribbon on it. It's a nice little gift. You can put it on a bottle of non-alcoholic wine. I won't say real wine because we're not allowed to promote that. But let's say a nice sparkling juice or something. It looks very festive. And thank you so much, guys. Is there any other questions at all before we let you go? No? Everyone's happy?
And before we wrap up, I just want to say a huge thank you to Brandy. This was such an excellent workshop, and we're so privileged to have her wonderful expertise in our midst. So thank you so much. Second workshop you've hosted now. Yes, we really, really appreciate it. So thank you.
You're very welcome. And hopefully we'll see you guys in the new year.
And I do apologize about our phone dying.
Yes,
Hence why we're like,
denying our mic issue. Me on the tech, not so good, but that's okay.
as we're like crouching down looking in the laptop. I'm glad it all worked out.
All right.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Have a wonderful
Thank
evening.
you.
Happy holidays.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays.
Merry
Bye.
Christmas. Enjoy your Noel.